that's gotta go because it ain't cute. I'm questioning my choices. Will my hair be wilding out? Good morning, guys. So I feel like I finally cracked. I've been so fed up with my living space, especially my room. It's like super uninspiring, as well as my sewing room. So if you've been following the channel for a while, you know that I actually have my little sewing sweatshop, as I call it, in the back storeroom of our apartment. It's a really tiny space, and I never feel inspired sewing in there. In the past, when I was living in Sydney, I also didn't have a nice space which I could call my sewing nook. This little corner, to be honest, is not the biggest. The wide angle is just making it look really big, but it's actually not that big. Here we have my ironing board to make it really convenient. Yeah, my machines, and in here is currently what I'm working on. Sorry, it's just really messy out here. I've got like my muslin and paper and all that crap in this corner. And yeah, so kind of messy, but well, it's a work in progress. The actual look, yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm really happy with it. Yeah, what do you think? I remember I was moving from apartment to apartment, and with each apartment, it was always really cramped. And I could never feel inspired when it comes to sewing. And this is something that I would love to do more because I honestly don't like buying fast fashion. But with my current financial situation, I can't really afford, or do I really want to pay for better quality clothes. So I have, decided to be more adamant about making my own clothes this year. Like this t-shirt, which I made in 2020. I'm actually really proud of it. So I made it from scratch. Yay, achievement. And I also did the graphic. I drew it on my iPad, and I had my Cricut, which by the way is dead right now. That's a whole other story, but yeah, it's long gone. I had my Cricut cut it out, and then I had a heat press, and this is the product. So yeah, I really love making clothes, but it's always been a struggle. It's been a very long struggle. I've been trying to do it for I think almost 10 years now, but I've sort of made it in like batches with each season, but I was hoping to be more consistent this year. So coming back to my space, I finally have my own room because when I moved back to Singapore, I had to share a room with my brother because my two other sisters were occupying the other room. So now that they've married and moved out, we each have our own room. I have asked my brother to use the other room because that room doesn't get a lot of natural light in, but he's a night owl anyway, so light doesn't really matter to him. So yeah, I'm hoping to transform this space. I probably can't make it look aesthetic because as much as I would love to get new furniture, my mom is always saying we are gonna move soon, so try not to get any new furniture. Soon has been the bane of my existence for a very long time. But in the meantime, I just wanted to rearrange the furniture so that I can bring in my huge sewing table, and hopefully I would be more inspired to sew. So today's video is pretty much a decluttering of my life, one that is long overdue, but I'm really hoping that it will produce results as we progress in this year. So let's start, let's make it happen. Also, I want to say, I know that I have a very visible pimple. I don't actually own concealer, so I can't conceal it. But this is the result of my lack of sleep, or rather difficulty sleeping over the last week. If you watched my previous video, you would have known kind of like the struggles that I've been going through at the moment. So I'm in a much better headspace now. But yeah, this is a reminder to Sarah, stop overthinking, stop worrying about things, cause it ain't doing you any good. Let's just get on with today's decluttering. So I wanted to show you guys the state of my room. We have this world map, which is my brother's, I'm gonna be taking it down because I'm actually gonna move the desk that's over there, which I'll show you guys shortly, here, and then I'm gonna put this grid mesh collage thing, which I have in the sewing room. So yeah, this is gonna be gone. And this shelf as well, which is his, that has all his little airplanes. I'm gonna move it to his room as well. Yep, and then we have my bed. I don't know why we have this medical blue pillowcase and bed cover, so that's gotta go because it ain't cute. As you can see as well, we have a very frayed bed frame, which is one of the reasons why I really want to change it. But I won't fight my mom, and I'll just have this here for now. Then we have my desk, which is a little bit messy at the moment. Okay, so I got so fed up with glass. I don't like glass tables. It was really unsightly, so I bought this black faux leather to cover it so that it doesn't trigger me. Yeah, and I gotta keep this neat as well, so I will definitely neaten it up later when we start shifting things. I'm also going to be removing all my bags and hats. I decided I want to do away with this because I need the space for my table. So I'm gonna put all of these in the cupboard. And this is something I've been putting off for a really long time. Okay, I have this really bad, and I think if you sew, you would understand this temptation and weakness. Yeah, those are fabrics which I honestly haven't used. Most of it is actually from the previous company that I was working at. Because they dealt with knitwear, doing t-shirts, hoodies, all of that, they made a lot of samples, and those were the fabrics that they were throwing out. But because I thought, you know, I wanted to reuse it and not let it go to waste, that's what it is. But I feel that I still want to go through it and get rid of the ones that I don't think I would ever make clothes in, just so that I can clear up the space. But the bins will definitely be going to the storeroom so that this place will be a lot neater. And then back in the corner, so that pink thing over there is actually a TV that we don't use, so I think that's also gonna go into the storeroom. And there's also a bit of shelving underneath. Yeah, so I'm gonna clear it up and hopefully put my sewing stuff there so that things can hopefully be neat and tidy. So that's kind of like the game plan for today. If I can't get it done today, then hopefully by tomorrow. Do you ever feel overwhelmed and then like kind of not know what to do? That's currently what I am feeling. I don't even know like where or how to begin. But I'm just gonna try get things done, take it one step at a time, and hopefully smash this. I am dreading to sort this, but it's gotta be done. These are books I would never read in my life. One of my brothers is a bit of a history buff and he reads a lot, so I decided that I think a good system for me, I know that I never ever touch fabrics that are in bins, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the ones that I like and I'll put it in smaller boxes, which I'll slot into the shelves over here. And basically do a swap out, so I'll put all the boxes that are my brother's and put them in the containers since they're not gonna be touching them anytime soon. So yeah, making progress. It's super dusty here, which is kind of gross. I think this is also the reason why the room is so dusty, because there's just a lot of things that is not in use. So I want to have a better use of this space. I think it'll be really nice once I get nice boxes that I can put in here and store my sewing supplies. So I'm really looking forward to that. Probably have to make a trip down to IKEA when all of it's done. Okay, I think this is looking great. I just need to clear that and then I'm done with this space. And we are gonna move on to box number 2. After that, box number 3, and then I have a couple more in the storeroom. Sorry, it's a little bit noisy because someone's mowing the lawn as usual. So I decided to do away with my original way of packing fabric, which was I bought cardboard and then I was trying to make it into like strips like this and then wrap the fabric around, because initially I saw someone, she did it, but she had like a really hard foam board which I wasn't able to get my hands on, so this was the alternative. And so this was how it looked like. But I feel like moving forward, my goal is just to keep one box of fabric, and I'm gonna wrap it like this so it comes in like little bales, because I feel it's easier to access and at least I can do away with the cardboard sheets. I think I'm making really good progress, which I'm super proud of. Yeah, so after I clear this, I have 2 more buckets of fabric in my sewing room. So I'm gonna consolidate all of that into this bin and then I will figure out what the next step is. I'm questioning my choices. Damn. So this is all the fabric that I have left from my sewing room. Now I just gotta clear it. It's a lot. That is the last of my fabric. So I'm gonna do a final roundup and then we're good. Then we can move on to the next thing. Will my hair be wilding out? I am so happy that the fabric's sorted, so I'm left with this one bin. But I'm actually gonna go to IKEA to get smaller boxes that have covers, and I'm gonna categorize the fabrics and then put it on the shelving here, just under the window. My goal for this year is to actually make stuff with this. First of all, stop buying any more fabric. I don't need any more for the time being. And make all of this into clothes. I'm gonna catch my breath, rest for a while, and then probably head to IKEA. I really look forward to the day where I can have my own house. Like literally almost the size of my body. Why is it soya? What happened to the usual ice cream?